My name is Mr. Das P1 and I've been looking for new ground to make my videos about how to find gold in the United Kingdom. Or anywhere really, come to think of it.
There's the, from the last time I was here, that's what I found. And that's from the snuffer bottle that I've not cleaned out.
It's now mid-June and I'm back at the wee Scottish burn where we know there's gold to be found. And as you can see from the scenery, it's simply stunning. The waters are crystal clear and the sun is shining and it seems to be daylight forever. So why don't you sit down, make yourself comfortable and enjoy this feature-length episode where we continue the search for Scottish gold on this wee Scottish burn. And there's always an adventure out there waiting to happen. So I thought I'd share this one with you people.
Well, hello, and I'm back at this wee little burn. I've been here a few times before now, and I'm trying to learn what's going on. And also today I've got a new sluice, and it's from DT Prospecting. So cheers, Dave. And here it is. So, what can I tell you about this sluice? It's classed as a backpacker sluice. It's really light. It's a little bit flexible, but it's like a prototype really. There's been a lot of research and development going into this. And I know that he's spoke about here where the riffles are, looking at the depth and the width. And the main idea here is to clear material quickly. We've also got an inspection mat there, and that's always good for your indicators if you've got gold in the sluice. And you've got a really nice flare here, so I'm expecting that to produce a nice V. It'll start to stratify the material as it hits the top mat and the subsequent riffles. When I said it was light, it comes in at under 700 grams as it is. And just looking at the sluice now without the flare on, where the top mat is here, we have got a rubber seal. That could actually be modified, because when you fit that in there, you might notice a little gap. So you could always build up that layer there. But that's not really a big problem. And to fit it on, you've got a couple of mushroom headed screws and some wing nuts. It's quite simple. Put it in there, bang them through.
So the sluice is 750mm in length and 215mm in width, which is roughly 29.5 inches by 8.5 inches.
And just for a comparison, this is my good old faithful sluice here. It's actually a bit taller. This is a lot heavier though, significantly heavier. And it's also the middle of June, and my God, I think I'll need that today. I don't even know if it's going to work. I can feel them all around me right now. People do say use skin so soft. So I'll give this a go. Feels a bit waxy on me, a bit oily. But if it keeps them at bay, I will let you know. And as usual, I've got a ton of kit here. That rucksack weighs a ton. And the idea today is come onto this gravel bar. I've worked it before, other people have, I can see a hole here. And hopefully, if we can rake some of this stuff back, work the gravel bar, let's just see if it can catch that fine gold and maybe even them nice little visible pieces. And today this stream really is running quite low. The water's beautifully clear, and that looks like a good spot to set up the sluice. So I'm going to use a few rocks just to keep some weight down on it here. It's looking good at the moment like that. Because it's very light, it will need some ballast around it really, get some rocks just to keep it in position. The straight away, what I like there, I like to see that the slick plate here, nice and smooth, the water's really clear, and I'll get a good view right down there of the material. That looks like it's set up to go now. Now maybe you can run this really aggressively, but we're going to find out anyway. That looks like a nice flow. I'm just checking now to see if it's level from left to right. It might be a bit low on that side. That one propping up. So, there's the butty bag. One bucket. We might run that later on. We're going to need the gravel pump, sluice classifier, spade, pair of gloves. Got another pan here. And you never know, there could be a bit of a stubborn boulder, it needs moving.
And so with a rake, we get some of these rocks out of the way, because along the gravel bar, we know there's a gold line. You can see where other people have been there before. In fact, one of them is Lewis from Northern Pickers.
Okay, I've just raked away there. Straight away I can see the stubborn boulder. There's a couple in there. Let's get these moved out of the way. Nice dirty water. Let's have some of that.
So very quickly you can make some progress on the gravel bar, and you just got to peel back the layers, 1 foot at a time.
No nuggets in there. Mineralisation going on, we know that. Right, well that's nearly the first bucket now. Yeah, pretty full, that'll do.
And the colour of the water in the bucket reminds me of Yorkshire tea.
Let's see how this sluice performs. Well, it makes a nice sound as the gravels run down it. Top mat's clearing nicely. Let's have a look at them riffles. You can see all the material dancing around. Everything's going back straight up against that line. You can see that. Same here. It's turning it around, going back. What I think I'll do, I'm going to build up more of a dam wall there. So as you can see there, I've built up a wall. Let's have a look how it clears now. I must admit, it certainly shoots down there. Now regarding the angle, I don't know what the angle should be, but all I ever go off is if it clears here and it clears there, it's doing something right. You don't want it to be too slow here or clogging up here. There's actually a nice low pressure point on the lip of the flare there. Lots of material here moving around, tons of movement here. This looks a bit slower. It gets very excited the further down it goes. So at the moment I'm going to come across with this hole, widen it out, get towards the bedrock here, channel down there. We've got a stubborn rock here, this needs to move. Might be some juicy gravels on there. And get that washed off. Oh, look at that juicy dirt. Actually, look at that. That's a nice sign. We've got iron. Something old there coming to rest. Some weight in that. So perhaps we are on a good line here. Let's have a quick look. 3 buckets done. This camera won't show it up, but I can see small specks of colour in there. And if you can hear a dog barking, that's Jagger, because Northern Pickers has just turned up. So let's move these rocks away and see what's going on. Well, my first impressions are, looking in here, there are a lot of heavies. So that's nice and easy to clean up. Really deep riffles there, so deeper than you think. So just looking at the sluice now, when you do a clean up, you're going to have to take this slick plate off because there's quite a lot of dirt trapped right under there against that seal. So there's the dirt that was underneath the slick plate. So, you know, you strip it back and give it a good clean out. I'm going to pan into another pan. You never know, it's all really fine stuff here. It can easily float out. But we're straight down there very quickly to heavies. It's quite reassuring. I can see bits of lead coming through. So very quickly, that's where I am with black and heavy material. The one thing with a new sluice or testing a sluice is trusting it. So you've got to put your faith into the people who've designed it and researched and developed it, and in this case that's Dave, and their results look good so far. I mean, I couldn't see a fat lot, and I've done this pretty quickly. As you can see there, I've made a little hole, nothing epic. We're doing the top layers, and it's quite tough to do a clean out, to be honest. There's so many heavies here. So this is a DT prospecting sluice. It's actually quite impressive, to be fair. There's lots and lots of specs in there, tons of specs. I'm impressed with that. A nice little piece of wiry gold there. And we're having a quick look now from the roofless mining sluice that I ran after DT prospecting sluice. Now that's not bad. I can see 4 visible specks there. I mean, they are didded specks. So compared to what we've found and what we've lost, nothing's going to be perfect. And I'm not being paid to say this. He just said give it a go, see what you think. And for me, yeah, can't complain. Well, the midges, I've not got my hat with my gauze over today, so we'll make do with this. But the sluice is back in again. I like the look of it, I like the flow. Got a nice V there now. Let's give it another go. Right, well, I've got the sluice set up again now, fresh run, and I've got it a bit quicker. So looking in these 2 top riffles now, even, well, all of them, I can see the exchange happening a lot more. It's more pronounced. So if we put some dirt through it, and if we look at lower down, yeah, there's a lot of activity going on now in there. I like the look of it. And the main thing is, we do know that we've got gold here, because that first pan, I was really impressed.
So in between filling the bucket up, I noticed a little crevice over my shoulder. So let's go and have a look at that and break things up a little bit. And that means moving a few tablespoons full of dirt.
I've just come across this pocket of bedrock with lots of dirt, which is pretty much how I got into finding my golden whales. Finding the bedrock, using a spoon or your little sucker and washing the rocks out properly. So let's have a quick do at this to break things up, because it looks like it's got potential. Nice bit of sloping bedrock and gravels everywhere. In fact, all that there needs washing out.
Now, I really do enjoy doing this. If you get a moment, get an old spoon and a small sucker like this and give it a go, because you can find pretty good gold. It's dead easy.
Right, I have just cleaned out all of that dirt in there. And let's see what specks were lying. Oh, there's some pasty dirt there I think I've missed. That's done. This can be quite a satisfying way of prospecting. You're not moving much dirt at all, and you might find a reasonable amount of specks for probably like 3 or 4 tablespoonfuls of dirt. And very quickly down to the fine bits in the pan. Oh yeah, I can see a speck already appearing. Well, I can see 4, but 2 nice visible pieces there.
Well, that works out okay, but it must be getting close to lunchtime.
Right, let's let the sluice run its course. I'm hungry, it's time for a bite to eat. Right, let's get in the sun away from the little blighters. Dog's down there guarding its deer's leg. Oh, not good, is it? Well, it is for you. He's just saying that's his. What are we on today? No. Good old cheese and tomato with gherkins. Mmm. You're not having any, you've got a deer's foot. Well, I've had my lunch. Feel better for that. Let's have a look at the sluice. Well, I've got gold there and gold. I've actually got quite a few specks of gold. I'd like to see that top mat a bit bigger, because it's always good when you're making films to show people where the gold is. But what we do know is it can actually trap gold. So yeah, there's a piece, that's 3, possibly 4 and 5 and 6 in there.
So yeah, I am liking this sluice.
If we get that clean up done again, I think you just got to master your technique of how you clear out each riffle. Maybe doing it at an angle like that and run it down one side. That seems to work better. And then just progress riffle by riffle. And then take off your flare. So there's one sluice loaded pan. That's the kind of materials it's leaving behind. So let's get all that stratified. Get everything that's heavy to the bottom. And see what we've got. And so while I do this, I'll go and show you where we've just been working and how far down that bedrock crevice seems to go. So there you can see now, I've got layer and layer, little ledges. All these might need working out with a gravel pump or the smaller suction pump. And you can see the V shape there going down. That's got potential to be quite a good catchment area. We know we've got things like this higher up above the waterline at the moment. That's catching small specks of gold as well. In theory though, the lower down you should get more pieces or some heavier pieces.
So let's get back to the clean-up and have a look at the pan.
Well, to be fair again, that's not too bad. There's probably a good 50 colours, visible specks. It's definitely doing the business, this sluice. And we are working on fine alluvial gold here. And look at the quality of that really heavy black sand there. There'll be loads more specks in there that I just can't filter out yet. But I'm impressed. So that's the other thing, when you're at the river, and if you are trying to make a video, doing all this to show you guys, you're wasting sluicing time. The idea is you get your black sands in your cons, you put them in a bucket, take them home. While you've got your daylight and the weather, just keep hammering it, get the sluice back in, do your clean up, put it back in. So sometimes people might think, yeah, you don't find a fat lot. But when you're trying to make a video and show people what you do, this is all part of the fun. And you start searching for little diddy specks while that thing there behind you, the water, is flowing forever. It must be sluicing time, that is key. So let's get down there and see if we can get to the bottom of the crevice.
And so anyway, whilst I do this, here's some gravel bar moments.
Shh, come on. He's looking at his sluice on his plane up. I don't think he said buzzing yet. He hasn't said buzzing. I think he's smashing it. Are you buzzing?
Well buzzing, wow. I'm always buzzing.
He's always buzzing.
Always.
Hey, we've got the dog here. Let's have a quick look down here. Looks like a nice speck down there.
Sure. Yeah, 100% northern pickers.
Swears by the goal rat, swears by it. And here's a few more specks that obviously fell out of the pan that I panned into. Yeah, we've got some nice pieces here, visible, diddy, chunky, bit of body, good pieces.
Is
that a northern picker?
Like it was before, there you go.
There you go on the finger there.
Now.
Perfect.
Yeah, magic, happy with that.
There's at least 10 grams there by my reckoning.
I wish.
Oh wow, look at that. Way up. We've got some news here, some breaking news.
Look at that. Plate.
Where we're looking. Whoa!
Chunk.
Look at that.
Absolute chunk. I'm stopping there now, I'm getting that out. Sucking that straight out, I'm not messing with that.
That's visible. Right, let's run the ruthless mining sluice. I want to do 2 buckets and see how this one goes on. Let's just see if we get a similar level of gold speck count when we pan it out. And the other reason why, like I said earlier on, with that top mat, any gold there is, you'll see it there. As an indicator, it's always nice to see it before you actually pan it out. And looking at that sluice, it really is running nicely. The water flow there is perfect. I can actually see a speck of gold now just appearing on the top mat. Pieces here, all small. There's Lewis down there. You know, nice little pocket. There's the other sluice from DT prospecting I've been using. Some nice results. There's my good old faithful ruthless mining sluice. I've got visible specks on the top mat now. If anything, that's what I like about a sluice, just to show you people. The water's not clearing out as quickly as I want it to do, to see how far off the bottom I am now. I'm going to work around that corner next, onto the bedrock with them gravels that are just round the back. We've got Northern Pickers doing another bucket, and my sluice is working its course. Right, well, I'm dressed like this again. I don't know how Lewis does it, but they're proper going for me. There's the top mats. Colour, colour, colour. Lots of diddy specks all throughout. I can see some specks down there appearing, possibly in here. So here's the clean up from my sluice, the green mat sluice. Lots of visible shiny in there, but maybe the DT sluice has done better. That's 3 buckets. However, I have slightly changed tact where I'm working a bedrock pocket here, lots of little V-shaped gullies. I've worked away down into there. It's all part of that other system there, but the water's going to come crashing over there and collecting here. So get these gravels worked out next. I mean, whether I can do that today or not, but it'll go down to that lowest point there, and it's worth looking at. The midges are out today. Oh, yeah. That's a big one. Okay, there is work in progress basically. That is one hell of a gully, and there's some really nicely compacted boulders in there. I need a big crowbar with me. Get right in there. It probably goes up and round actually, with this being an outcrop of bedrock. Interesting stuff. And I'm actually caked in muck. I'm going to gather all my gear together now and probably call it a day. Been a good day. Tested that new sluice, I'm impressed with it. We've got gold on the top mat from that crevice with a nice visible piece, a couple more specks there and there. And Northern Pickers has had a good day, and his dog's got bits of buggery like we all have. I'm looking in the sluice, speck, 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 littered, peppered with specks. Right, well, that's my final clean up. That sluice is done. Let's get these panned out, see what's in that pan. Right, I'm getting eaten alive. Terrible. We've got kit everywhere. absolutely everywhere. It's like a bring and buy sale at the moment. Northern Pickers has definitely got some lovely pickers in there.
Yeah, absolute magic, splendid pieces in there, innit?
Yeah,
lovely.
That's excellent.
Well happy, buzzing.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
So that's not bad, is it? You know, we're just having a bit of fun. And so there's the clean up from my final sluice. That's a nice visible piece there. It's quite flat. Don't know where it's gone now. There. And just a sneak preview of how today's really gone before I lose it all. That's not too bad. Right, well that's me done. I've tidied up my hole, filled it back in again, same round the corner. It's time to get out of here. Had a good day out today. Lou's just found some gold. I've got a few specks. It's been a great day, and the dogs had a lot to eat by the looks of things. With a deer's paw.
Deer's leg.
But if you like these videos, let us know. We'll make some more for you.
Well, that was another great session at this river, and we are slowly getting to know what's going on here. But on the next video, we're back at this wee Scottish burn with 4 sluices, and that's always going to be interesting, so be sure to stay tuned for that one, people. My name's Mr. Das P1, and this is the home of my channel, which I call Gold Rush UK, and there is no gold rush. Until the next time, people.